Hello, everyone. This is Stephanie, your host. Welcome to the Junior Book 1, Chapter 4. This chapter is all about an argument leads to a night on the town with new friends. But things doesn't go quite as expected. I wonder what kind. Let's play to find out. Chapter 4, We Can't Stop. You hurry to the football field to find practice finishing up. Chris stands at the sideline and waves you over when he sees you.
Hey, what's this big amazing news you wanted to tell me about?
To be honest, I'm still kind of wrapping my head around it. My coach forwarded me an email from some recruiters for the Northridge Nightingale. They saw us play at National last year and we were impressed.
Chris, that's so exciting. What does this mean for the team?
Well, they're gonna come watch us play, spend some time observing us. And if there are any standout players, they might offer them a contract to join the Nightingale.
Seriously, the Nightingale are one of the best pro football team in the country. That's incredible.
I got three choices. Would it be, does you think anyone on the team has a shot? Or what about school?
Yeah,
But will this affect us? The third one is all about you and Chris. The second one is all about just in case, let's say in the future he got picked. What what's gonna happen with school? Will he be able to finish what he started? And the third one is for the team. Hmm.
I guess that's up to any player who gets recruited. Some might drop out, some might complete their degrees. From what I understand, the Nightingale are happy to hold a spot for any players who wants to finish school first.
that's good to hear. What will you do, assuming you get recruited, that is?
I'm not totally sure yet. I guess we'll cross the bridge when we come to it, but okay, don't tell anyone. I said this because this is supposed to be for the whole team. Coach said that the recruiters were specifically interested in me.
That's amazing. You must be so thrilled.
You pulled him into embrace and stand on your tiptoe to kiss him.
Well, it's exciting and scary and flattering all at once. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I don't know even if I will get recruited or it's what I even want.
Yeah, have you thought about what it is you'll like to do after school? I mean, Dreams scenario here.
I guess I could see it going a number of different ways. I've really been enjoying political science classes. So part of me wants to pursue that. But on the other hand, I love football, and my salary could probably pay for AJ and Kyle's education all the way through grad school. I could buy even mom a house. Maybe I could start a nationwide second chance program, and I could support you know us if you want me to.
Assuming I'm not in the main breadwinner of the family with all of my book royalties.
Good point. But either way, I think we'd have a pretty cushy life.
I'm glad that you see this as an opportunity to give back to the people and cause you care about. When will you find out?
Nightingale recruits are coming in a few weeks, but after it could take some time from them to make a decision. They're visiting a lot of schools and watching a lot of players to make sure they're selecting the best.
Well, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you.
You know, I never thought that I'll get a chance like this, so I never really considered this if this is something I seriously be interested in. But now that the opportunity is so close, I'm terrified that I'll lose it. I don't want to pass up a good thing, but I don't know if it's what I want.
Chris, you're made for this. Or you'll have other opportunities, or just focus on enjoying yourself. Like you said, you don't even know if you'll get the offer yet. Keeping doing what you're doing and don't worry about what may or may not happen. At the end of the day, you love playing football, even if it's just a hobby. But no matter what, our friends and I will be here to support you.
Thanks, Stephanie. I'll try not to get myself to work up over the next few weeks. Anyway, I should probably get cleaned up. Thanks again for stopping by.
Of course, I look forward to hearing any updates.
He leans, resting his forehead against yours for a moment.
I'll see you back at the apartment then.
Hopefully, we can find some way to celebrate your big news.
He smiles, then softly pressed his lips to yours. After a long kiss, he pulls away. With one last wave, Chris heads for the locker. As he enters, Ziggs exits, approaching when he sees you.
Hey, fancy meeting you here. I'm guessing Chris told you the good news.
Yeah, that's incredible. How are you feeling about it?
It's really cool, for sure. I mean, I'm not really interested in going pro, but some of the guys definitely deserved it.
Really? If you've got a chance to join the Nightingale, you would go for it?
Football is fun, but I rather focus on school. I'm really enjoying my classes. Today at calculus, the professor told me to give some of the other students a chance to solve the question.
Who would thought that our resident bad boy barista was actually a big old nerd? I'm just kidding, of course. That's really impressive. Have you thought about your major? What about you'll do after college? Or staying involved with your extracurricular activities?
Since he's a freshman, so maybe a sophomore by this time. You know what? I'll ask her.
I guess I have to decide by the end of the spring quarter. Now, I understand how you guys felt last year. I've got a few ideas though. I'm leaning towards math or maybe a social science like psychology. I could even do double major or else.
Zeke trails off his gaze, wandering over your shoulder.
Ah, Earth today? You were saying?
You turn, following Zig's gaze, and see Sophie walking across the field with a group of girls. Zig waves at her.
Hey, Sophie, over here.
Sophie say something to the girls, then she splits off from them and approaches.
So, you got my text? You didn't have to come all the way down here to congratulate me.
Oh, you mean the recruiter thing? Yeah, I'm not actually here to see you. I'm trying out for the cheerleading team. Wish me luck.
Wait, really? Since when have you been interested in cheerleading? I thought you were gonna join the dance team.
Who says I can't do both? I meant you're on the football team and the dance team, and you do just fine.
Okay, but don't overcommit yourself. School comes first. So be sure you'll be able to balance classes with your extracurricular.
Saying I'm not a baby, I was able to handle classes, part-time job, and a social life in high school.
I know, but college is different from high school. Okay, I'm just trying to make you sure you don't get overwhelmed.
Sophie gives him a playful punch on the shoulder and smile.
I'll be fine. After all, I've got my concerned big brother looking out for me. Don't be such a worrier, or I'm gonna tell mom you're turning into her.
I'm not turning into mom.
Really, because you're really rocking the mom jeans.
She laughs and jogs back towards the group of girls who are starting to assemble for the cheerleading tryout. Zig sighs.
I'm not being too overprotective, am I? I just want her to be happy and do well here.
Oh, Zig, I'm sure she'll be fine. Or let her mm, make her own path. You're such a, a caring big brother.
Joseph.
She might thrive and she might stumble, but in the end, she'll learn more from carving out her own experience.
I know, but it's hard to stand out on the sideline if I see her struggling.
Help her if you see her having a rough time, but until then, let her live her life. She might be able to handle things by herself.
Zeke smiles, turning a hand through his hair.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm turning into my mom. But I need you to be honest, Stephanie. Are these mom jeans?
You burst out laughing, and Ziggs grins sheepishly.
See, Sophie was teasing you. Your jeans looks fine.
Okay. But it's funny. I have been thinking of changing up my style lately. I actually have some spare clothing in my locker. Can I run a few looks by you and get your opinion?
Of course, let's see what you've got.
Ziggs heads to the locker room and changes, merging to show you his outfit. Okay. Hmm. He has a different hair. I don't know. How about that? The usual, the barista. Or this one. Zeke kept his current style.
Whatever your sister says, I think you've got a good look. If it feels right, stick with it.
Yeah, 'cause here's the thing. Even if our mom jeans, they're so comfortable.
As the mom of your friend group, I approve. Well, now that you're dressed like your best self, I should let you go.
Thanks again for the fashion advice. Got to run to my clam class, but I'll catch you later.
With one last wave, he grabs his bag and jogs across the field. A few weeks later, you're in your apartment working on homework. Your stomach grumbles and you cross the kitchen cupboard for a granola bar. But when you reach into the box,
What? Don't tell me Chris left another empty box in here. That has to be the third time this month at least.
you sight and open a fridge, reaching for the milk. Your heart sinks as you feel its empty lightness in your hand.
The milk too? You've got to be kidding me.
Resentfully, you slam the fridge door, then wash out the cartons and toss in, in the cycling. That evening, you're sitting in the bed, writing fiercely in your journals. You hear Chris comes in the front door and he pokes his head in.
Hey, you! Do you know if we have any granola bar left?
No, Chris, we don't. And you left the empty box in the cupboard again.
Oh, sorry about that. I'll remember to throw it away next time.
But Chris, I feel this problem's keeping up even though we talked about it before.
I wish you'd compromise a little.
I mean, even if you just throw away the empty food cartons when you're finished, or add them to the grocery list, that makes a huge difference. That's why we've got that bridge whiteboard in the first place. I don't want our relationship to suffer over something so small.
Just because I had one bad habit, you think our relationship is falling apart?
It's not the habit itself, it's your attitude about it. You know it annoys me, but you keep doing it anyway.
I just can't understand why you're fixated on this. I don't get after you for your living habits.
It's about compromise, Chris. Remember when I took down my evidence board to make room for your Tim Brody poster?
What's your point? It's not like you were making any headway on tracking down that driver anyway.
My point is that I'm actually trying to be a good roommate.
Oh, so I'm not a good roommate. I thought you wanted better.
Well, I did. Maybe I would have changed my mind if I'd known it would be like this.
Before Chris say another word, you brush past him through the living room and out the door. Storm across the campus, biting back angry tears.
I can't believe it. This isn't what I thought living together would be like at all.
You pause, staring blankly across the squad. The night air is cool against your skin. Suddenly you hear a footsteps in the grass behind you.
Stephanie,
You swirl around and find yourself facing.
is everything okay? I saw you walking and you just stopped. You look a little upset.
I'm perfectly, thanks.
Oh, but if you were feeling down about anything, I'll be more than happy to listen.
Ah, you feel your lips quiver, and before you can stop yourself, you burst into tears. Nathan pulls you into a comforting hug.
Hey, hey, it's okay, Stephanie. Let it all out.
Nathan pats your back sympathetically. After a few minutes, you finally stop hiccuping.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to unload like that.
Okay, Stephanie, here's what's going to happen. I'm gonna bring you back to the clubhouse. You're gonna talk about what's bothering you, and then we're heading out for a night on the town. Sounds good?
I don't want to impose.
Nonsense. I was already planning of hitting up one of my favorite clubs with Cassidy and Bayou tonight. I think I can speak for them when I say that they love to have you as our guest of honor.
Thanks so much, Nathan. That sounds perfect.
You give a comforting smile and together you head towards the clubhouse. Not long after, you're curled up on one of the couches. You explain your argument to Nathan, Cassidy, and Bayu, who listen attentively.
So then, I don't know, I couldn't handle it. I left the apartment in a puff. We were so excited to move in and together, but we're barely 2 months in, and it seems like things are falling apart. Oh, Stephanie, that's rough. I lived with my then boyfriend for a summer when I was a freshman, and we had a lot of troubles too. I feel your pain. But when we got it through and I learned a lot from the experience, I think it's just one of those rough bumps couples have to go through. But what if things don't get better?
Stephanie, if you're both honest about what you're feeling and committed to meeting each other halfway, then things will get better. But if he can't see that you're worth fighting for, then he doesn't deserve you.
Hey, things will be fine. You both just need a little time and space to cool down. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for listening, guys. I really appreciate the perspective. Girls, no worry. We've got you. Now, are we gonna go clubbing or what?
Stephanie, have you ever been to Belle Epoque? It's a really hip bar wash bridge with a built-in gallery. And it's our go-to watering hole. The owner is actually a former alpha, so past and current members get into a VIP section for free.
I've never been, but it sounds cool. I think it's just I need right now. When I'm feeling down, changing into something cute always makes me feel better. Not that what you're wearing isn't cute.
But if you feel like changing up your style to match the vibe, this place a little more, I have some clothes in my closet you can borrow.
That's really generous of you. I think I could use a different look.
Cassidy jumps up with a grin and takes your hand, pulling you towards her bedroom. You stand in Cassidy's walk-in closet and pursue some clothes she set aside. Cassidy waits on the other side of the door.
Let's see which one of these will look best.
I'll stick to what.
I think I'd rather on
You open the door and Cassidy enters with a smile.
Yeah, I mean, you're already rocking that look. Let's head back downstairs.
You return to the living room where the boys are waiting by the door. Cassidy beams at you.
Everyone ready? I call my driver to pick us up. He should be here any minute.
You have your own driver?
Hey, perks of being a Han.
You know that his mom is executive director of Dryer, right? Whoa, seriously, aren't they making like rocket ships now?
Oh, that was last month. They're looking ahead to driverless rocket ships. Come on, Bayu, have some modesty anyway. I think I heard a car pulled up.
As if one cue, there's a honk from outside and you all head out into the night. At the bar, you and the alphas are welcomed by the bouncer and ushered to a back room. Soon you're all sharing a bowl of wine and chatting happily.
So, with one hand, I was trying to steer the boat back to shore, and with the other, I was bailing water with soda can as quickly as I could.
Wow, I didn't know being captain of the rowing team could be so precious.
It wouldn't be, but if Bayu didn't take the boat out of the late night spin while he was drinking. Nathan, is that judgment I detected in your tone? That's uncalled for, considering I've only ever crushed
That sounds
Out a little once in a while.
Don't worry, I was wearing a life vest.
But didn't you get in trouble?
Not really. The first time I didn't get caught, and the second time I just had to write a letter of apology to the school. I mean, I paid to replace the boats and everything. No big deal.
Don't worry, Bayu. As long as your family keeps donating to the team, I'm sure you'll keep your position as captain.
Bayu clutches his chest in mock surprise.
How dare you imply such thing? There's only two-way reason for my success, and they're my left biceps and my right biceps.
He lifts his arm and flexes his muscles, grinning broadly. Cassie snorts and rolls her eyes.
Anyway, Stephanie, I'm sure you'd prefer to talk about something other than Bayu's freakishly jacked arms. How do you like Belle Epoque? Pretty cool place, right? Yeah, I love the gallery vibe. Where do they get all these paintings?
The owner of the bar are big patrons of art. They find local artists to display their work Then customers can buy by then.
A lot of the artists have been heartfelt grads too. Really, I should tell Abby about this place. Since she's an art major.
You glance at the painting on the wall above you. One of them catches your eye. Oh, looks like their type. Yeah.
And I get that.
What's wrong?
I was gonna say that Chris would love it, but now I'm thinking about our argument again.
You trail off, letting out a heavy sigh, and Cassie puts a hand on your shoulder.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin the vibe. This is supposed to be a fun night out. No need to apologize, Stephanie. You've got it on your mind. If you want to talk about it, we're here to listen. I just think I hadn't stormed out of the apartment. I feel I should have tried to talk it out.
Hey, don't beat yourself up over it. You two can talk it over when you're feeling calmer, but tonight is about unwinding.
I know, but I still feel bad. And I overreact and said stuff I shouldn't have. I was upset, but I hurt his feelings, and I'm sure that I will only make things worse.
Okay, here's an idea. Why not make it up to him with apology gift? You said he'd love this meeting, right?
Nathan gestures up the painting, and you raise up your eyebrows at the price tag.
Well, it would look great in our apartment, but I think it might be out of my price range.
Yeah, but I'll buy it for you then.
Are you kidding me? I can't ask you to do that.
You don't have to, I'm offering. It's hardly an inconvenience to me. I just want to help however I can.
I don't know. I feel kind of weird about you paying for it if it's supposed to be my gift.
What if you could pay the 30% and I'll cover the remaining 70%? That way, it's still from you. I'm just helping.
Yeah, wow. I really appreciate this.
I know exactly where I'll hang this. I can picture it now.
You visualize your apartment, imagine how the painting will look. You spruce your apartment.
Nathan, I don't know how to thank you.
I'm sure I'll find a way to cash in the favor. I am in need of a second mate for my yachting trip. Hey, what am I? Chopped liver? Hey you, last time I took you on my parents' yacht, you ran down the radio battery saying, call me maybe, to passing boats. I sounded damn good. I think in case you forgot.
Yeah, I'm with Nathan here. I think Stephanie sounds like much more responsible passenger. Repaying my debts with a day of yachting hardly sounds like an imposition to me. I'm on the board, no pun intended.
Nathan waves over a waiter, writes out a check, and has the painting wrapped up and sent to the car. Hey, I'm gonna grab another rounds from the bar. Doesn't anyone want anything?
I'll come with you. I can help carry the drinks.
You follow Bayu to the bar and he orders a couple of cocktails, handing to you. Thanks, Stephanie. You know, you should really come hanging out with us more often. I think it's been fun having you along.
I'd love to. You've all been so kind to my friends and me, and I'm having a great time tonight.
Have you thought about brushing? I think we'll all love to have you in our group.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm having a great time getting to know you guys, but I'm not sure if Greek life is for me.
That's fair. Maybe you should keep hanging out with us and see how you feel. And we're all happy to answer any questions. Why don't you think on it? The deadlines for new members is the end of winter quarter, so there's time. I think you'll really enjoy being an alphas.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence. I'll mull it over.
Now let's get this drink back to the table before Nathan and Cassidy starts wondering if we fell in a black hole. You turn drink in hand when you suddenly
Oh,
you bump into Claire, spilling the drink all over her.
what the hell, Stephanie? Do you know how much the shirt cost? Whoa, Claire, it was an accident. I'm sorry, okay? Oh, thank you. I'm sure your apology will get my shirts clean. What are you even doing in a place like Bel Apoque? Isn't this a little rich for your taste?
Hey, back off, Claire. She didn't spill her drinks on purpose.
Claire eyes sweep over Bayou, then back to the table where Nathan and Cassidy are looking on.
Oh, I see. You're an accessory.
What's that supposed to mean?
You think the alphas would give you the time of day if you hadn't got all high-profile coverage from Basket's book? You've got a sweet little swag to rich story, and being nice to make them look good. But you're not one of them. You don't even have their money or their power or their family's name. So don't get too comfortable.
You don't know what you're talking about. Alpha Theta Mu isn't a freaking country club. Everyone is welcome.
Oh yeah, easy for you to say. Your family, new money. Maybe you should be both worried. Your pity projects to them. They want to look noble and accepting, but they'll cut you off if it doesn't benefit them. Just watch.
Don't you even. That's enough.
You turn to see Nathan and Cassidy have wandered over.
Claire, if you have issue with how Fatemu is being run, I'm glad to discuss them with you, but please don't harass my friends.
Claire scowled, narrowing her eyes to Nathan, then turns on her heels and stalks towards the exit.
What's her problem? I'm sorry about this, Stephanie. Tonight was supposed to be a chance you to unwind and have fun.
She's just mad at us taking it out on you.
Claire rushed into Alpha Temu last year, but we felt she wasn't a good fit, so we rejected her. I heard she got into Alpha Phi Sigma, but I think we were her first choice, but she's still bitter about it. Honestly, this is vindictive attitude that made us reject her in the first place.
Well, she shouldn't have picked on me and Stephanie just to make herself better. I can't stand people like her who's acting they're above everyone else. Someone needs to take her down a peg. I say we get back at her.
I don't know, Bayu. We should take the higher grounds here.
I know girls like her. No one is ever going to tell her about wrong. She'll never change. Maybe she needs a wake up call.
Besides, Stephanie, are you gonna let Claire off the hook after the way she treated you?
Well, maybe we shouldn't.
It sounds like this isn't about me. I don't want to get involved in your problems. But it's not right that she's taking her frustration out on you.
And I don't like the idea of her scaring people away from fraternities. But what if we play a little prank on her? Nothing serious, just something to give her a taste of her own nasty medicine. You turn and look at Nathan, he shrugs.
I guess a harmless prank could be fun, as long as Stephanie is up for it.
Well, okay, but I don't want to find out that I was involved. I'm not ready for another drama war.
Don't worry, she'll never find out. Now let's get out of here. I have an idea. You finish your drink while Bayu calls for his driver, then four of you leaves the bar. On the way back to campus, Bayu has his driver pulled over by a drugstore and you all emerge into the cool night.
Let's hear the plan of yours, Bayu.
I was thinking on the old honey in the shampoo bottle trick. Harmless, but annoying for her, and funny for us.
But how we're gonna get the honey in her shampoo in the first place?
Cassidy, don't you have some friends at Cafe House? Maybe you can call them and do some snooping.
Easy peasy. I know there's a shared bathroom on the second floor, so I just need to get a figure out which shampoo is hers. I'll let them Her hair looked great and asked what product she uses.
Can you figure out if the sorority house is clear for the night? If there are a bunch of people around, it might be harder to this off.
No worry, B-Man, I'm on it.
She pulls out her phone and heads off to make her call. Bayu turns to you and Nathan.
Hang tight, I'm gonna get the honey.
He heads into one of the nearby stores, leaving you alone with Nathan. You let out a sigh and stare up at the sky.
Are you doing okay, Stephanie?
I'm just so bummed about the argument.
Well, that's perfectly understandable. You're processing.
Yeah, but I can't stop thinking about the things I said. I wish I could take them back.
If you could, what would you say instead?
I'd tell him I'm frustrated, but he's the most important person in my life, and I want to make this work. We've been there for each other through thick and thin. I don't want to lose that because for a stupid argument.
Then maybe you should say that when you get back home.
He gives you a shoulder and reassuring squeeze.
It's just growing pain, Stephanie. It sounds like you care a lot and and that show through.
Thanks, that makes me feel a bit better.
All at the moment, Bayu emerged from the store carrying a small bag and Cassie rounds the corner. Okay, I gotta stop. Mission accomplished, Cassidy.
We're in luck. Most of the girls are out tonight, but Heather said Claire has come home to change. And Claire uses Spice Aurora brand shampoo, rose scent. It's a little pink bottle.
Cassidy, you're an angel. Let's hit the road. You climb into the waiting car and make for sorority house. The four of you gathered outside of the sorority house, crouched in the bushes. All right, it's game time. Now we just need to get into the bathroom and make a switch.
Yeah, but how are you gonna go get inside?
There's a thrill in the back that goes right up to the bathroom window. If it's unlocked, you should be able to slip right in.
Maybe you should scout ahead, Cassidy. I don't think the girls would appreciate two guys peering in their bathroom window.
Right, good point. I'll check it out. Okay, once you give all the clear, I'll climb up and make the switch. Nathan, Stephanie, you two can keep a lookout around the house. Bayu and Cassidy disappeared around the back of the house, and Nathan smiles at you.
Guess it's just us watchdog. I'll take the left side, I guess.
You wander to the right of the house. The night is quiet and everything is dark other than the light from the window of the house. Suddenly you catch a glimpse of a movement in one of the windows. You see Claire walking down the hallway towards the bathroom towel over her shoulder.
Oh crap, Bayu is there. I need to stop her.
You sprint in front
of the house and frantically ring the doorbell. After a moment, the door swings open.
You? What do you want now?
I'm sorry.
Well,
You both stand there staring awkwardly at each other for a moment.
what's there? Something you got to say something. You look like you want to tell me something.
No, there's nothing. I just going sorry to bother you.
I know. A magnetic presence, but something I wish people would leave me alone, like 5 hot seconds.
She shakes her head, slam the door in your face. As soon as you step away the door and you spot Nathan Cassidy hurrying away from the back of the house, you jog to catch up. Well, did you get it?
It was close call. You, but the deeds is done. Good work, Stephanie. Claire's not gonna know what's hit her.
He laughs and holds up and crushes the bottle and feels stomach drop when you see it.
Wait, Bayu, that's glue. You said you were using honey. What, Bayu? What were you thinking? That's dangerous.
Chill, Pam. It's non-toxic. She's not gonna die. You should have said something. What happens to the idea for a harmless prank? Don't you all go teaming up on me. Claire deserved it. She was disrespecting our club. Are you serious? What the hell is the wrong with you?
Suddenly you hear a scream from the house.
Come on, we need to get out of here.
You all rush back to the car. As you drive away, you feel a knot growing in your stomach.
Oh God, what did we do?
Bayou Frank went too far, but will there be a consequence? Find out in the next chapter of the Junior. Well, the chapter 4 just ended for the Junior Book 1. Well, I would say, yeah, you had an argument because let's start from the top. You were happy that maybe Chris is going to be picked as one of the rookie if he gets a shot, but it turns after a few days or a few weeks you were disappointed because you talked this before to Chris that when you see an empty or about to run out of on your fridge, you have to let it's like he didn't you were arguing because he wasn't paying attention of the idea. In the first place, it's Chris' idea. Before it runs off or you think it's gonna run off, they he or you should put a list on it. But I guess now you know he has those kind of habits. Of course, you can take the argument. You said nasty things. But when you started hanging out with the alphas, they have an issue with Claire. But Claire took it on you because they were friends with you and not Claire. But something went wrong.
Instead of honey, he put a glue, which is more dangerous. What's gonna happen to Claire's head? Is she gonna save or is she gonna pursue a lawsuit? You know what's going to happen. She has money too. Is my character gonna be affected? We'll see to the find out in the next chapter. Thank you and have a good day. Oh, by the way, don't forget to subscribe, like, and make comments about the choices. Did I come across and made a wrong decision? Of course, at first you were hesitant because this wasn't your fight, but Claire took it on you, on my character. So I don't know what's going to happen in the next chapter. Thank you and have a good day.